Hi everybody, this is Matt Gary for the Geek Pridecast, number 14, I believe. We have 7 fine, outstanding geeks to titillate you with some geekiness tonight of some sort. So we'll start from the left, and we'll introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Becca, and I'm sporting a Wonder Woman onesie tonight.
Harry.
Oh, is it me? Hi, I'm Harry. I am currently constructing a bed for my flatmate. I'm an actor, writer, and entrepreneur.
I'm Katie, I'm an editor and a writer, and I'm currently sporting
Breasts.
if you can see
Airbags, yeah.
For all those who are listening to this podcast, Kitty just showed us her boobs. She just went, boobs.
Yeah. It was kind of more to show what was on the t-shirt, but it was quite distracting.
It's hard to do that without showing boobs, though.
I can do it.
all the time by accident.
So it was on the shirt.
It's busted now. It's
Just
Black Knight.
but a scratch.
Just got a scratch.
Ah.
That's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Laura.
It's me. Yeah, cool. Hi, I'm Laura. Waving. I'm not really wearing anything very interesting. I have my lounge pants. Which is, like,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just cool like that.
And then an old face. Oh shit! We forgot about Gearsden. Fucking hell!
I did say 7 weeks and I was counting. I was like, that's not 7.
Oh yeah, I was, but I had one of those moments where I suddenly went, "Am I stupid? Do I not know how to count?" And I was like, I counted it about 3 times to work out whether or not I could count to 7.
What time do you call this, Gearsden?
Countdown.
Oh, he doesn't hear us. What's going on? He's just sitting there, kind of looking.
Sitting there looking at upset.
Mock him now while you have a chance.
Come on, Gearsden.
Come on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I've been having trouble trying to log in.
He's just dropped out. Oh, fuck.
Harry.
What's going on?
Sorry, kids. I've been trying to get in for ages.
Your failure has been noted. And,
It is what it is.
You will suitably be punished later.
I think I've already been punished this week, Matthew.
Anyway, Richie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello gang, my name's Richie, I am Geek Pride's resident pixel wizard / code ninja.
Yeah. And Gearsden, since you're suitably late, countdown to Gearsden!
Yo, kids. What's going on with bottom half of things? Because it's all changed and stuff.
It's just a new layout, man. Just kind of work with it. I'm sure you'll
Embrace it.
You're a smart man. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Right. I'll try and figure out why stuff's going on.
It's gonna just, in 5 minutes, there'll just be a bit of card appear at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, brilliant. Alright, okay, so, first of all, I guess, for all of you who don't know, or should all know, is that we recently had a photo shoot organised by the wonderful Katie to do with cancer research, where we're doing a cosplay calendar, and apparently we exceeded our target,
Yay!
which was how much?
Our target was £1,000. I think the total was £1,145. Wow.
Well done, people.
And to my shame, I didn't think they'd be able to do it. I was pushing for I was pushing for £500 because I was like, oh, I don't know if people would be interested, and bloody hell, we did it. Freaking awesome.
Well,
yeah. So yes,
I've
congratulations.
got about 10 orders waiting already. It's great.
Yeah, we gotta get some golf clap going on right there. Yeah. All right, that was a really bad golf clap. Well, we'll do that better next time. Yeah. Congratulations to Katie. Now it's just the stress of getting everything sorted, and hopefully out by December.
End of November for hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we've got Timmy.
It's
Start
gonna be one of
again.
those nights.
Yeah. We've got Kayla dealing with all the Photoshop shenanigans, so
Yeah.
she's
Will
already
you
done.
not
We've got one with Harry Dyer with kisses all over his face, dressed
Again, if I knew
Very.
you needed that, I could have helped out at the time.
I know. There is one kiss for every girl though.
I
at the
see.
shoots, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, on
That's
that
it.
point,
I think so. Anyway.
I obviously made a Doctor Who faux pas with the
Becca
with
was
the great
upset.
the green
Ah,
screwdriver.
dearie.
Oh.
I mean, that's kind of we're talking about like color. I mean, that's how Americans kind of sort of communicate things with levels of color, just so it's easy, you know. And you got blue and green mixed up. That's a tough one.
I know,
that
but
one.
I
God.
didn't actually see the color of the thing, but I was of the impression that Sonic's screwdriver was green, but I don't watch
Dear
Doctor
me.
Who, so what
Well,
Right.
dear.
we're gonna have to fix that, Mr. Geary.
It's never been a massive pull for me, and I've
It's
watched a
not.
couple of
It's
them.
not great anymore. Don't bother.
No, that's
Oh,
true.
no, I don't think. I think it's still good.
See,
Nah, good,
I'm
good,
a fan
not
of
great.
I'm a fan of the original Doctor Who as well.
Yeah.
So
Sylvester,
when people come up to me and they say, "Oh, I'm a diehard Doctor Who fan," and I go, "Do you watch the originals?" They were like, "Nah, not bothered with it." I'm like, "Right, don't talk to me."
I grew up on the
To be
original.
fair, it would take you something ridiculous like a year to watch them all. There's that many episodes.
I know somebody who tried to download all the Doctor Who episodes and didn't have enough room on their computer.
Wow,
Yeah.
it was lost in the time-space vortex.
that must have been quite a lot, man, because you're looking at drives that have 2 terabytes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
there
like
was a
back,
group.
it's not like back in the day when like 5 megabytes was a lot of space.
No.
I mean, you haven't got all of the collection. There's the missing episodes. I think it's at 106. Although there's rumours that they're in Ethiopia.
Yeah, I heard
No,
that.
that's
Yeah.
false. No.
No,
It's
is it
false.
false?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a hoax.
What?
Well,
Doctor
Lies.
so you'll never see all of them.
No.
They're missing.
Oh.
Sad. That's my only bit of news, which isn't really news.
Yeah,
the
well,
Doctor's things are in Ethiopia.
the what? The what's in Ethiopia? Sorry.
Is that what,
The missing
is it-
episodes.
Okay. They're in Ethiopia.
What would
Apparently
they be
they're not.
doing there?
Did we send them by accident instead of food?
Yeah, like the world's weirdest harvest festival.
Yeah. It's like, well, we've put together this year for Africa and we've got your Doctor Who videos. But it's okay because people in England have never seen these ones.
That's the cruelest joke, though. We sent them Doctor Who videos, but no VCR.
Oh, me.
Oh, I know. No. No, they must...
Well, it's a bit of a delayed reaction from Gearston there. What happened? Was
It
he
just clicked in my head.
Oh,
Or a
God.
little wind-up VCR that you've got to like static electricity to make it
Yeah.
go.
Or one powered by a monkey or something.
I tell you, I
Oh,
swear
a
to God.
monkey on a bicycle.
Yeah.
No, a monkey on
Yeah.
a Segway. Monkey.
Oh.
Chimpanzee
Chimpanzee.
riding on a Segway. Chimpanzee riding on a Segway. He's got his overalls on and he's riding on a Segway. Chimpanzee riding on a Segway. You've never seen that video before?
No.
Baby
No.
monkey riding a pig.
I've
Right,
never
you-
seen that, so it just looked like you just went insane.
You were just riffing.
It's
wasn't it,
the start of your mental break.
What you need to do is check out YouTube. Check out Chimpanzee on a Segway
Yes,
and
alright.
let it lighten up your life.
And
Alright.
then baby monkey riding on a pig. Baby monkey riding on a pig, baby monkey.
That my daughter showed me that. She showed me all the best YouTube videos and hamster on a piano.
Hamster.
Oh, I've not
Hamster
seen
on a
that one.
piano. Hamster on a piano.
Has
Hamster on
everyone
a
just lost
piano.
their shit? Are we
Eating
all just
popcorn
singing?
on a piano.
Are we all
That's
just
No,
singing random animal on an object?
Well,
Squirrel on a bookcase. Squirrel on. Like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm
YouTube.
scared.
Le singe est sur la table.
Oyster on a monorail. Oyster on a monorail. I'm digging this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally. This is the future of YouTube right there. Just get a random animal and a random object. So but the first thing you can look at,
Together.
and the first animal you think of, and the first thing you look at. So
Otter on a laptop. Otter on a laptop.
octopus on a bookshelf. Octopus on a bookshelf. Anyway, well, enough of this craziness. We're a bit wacky today.
You can tell we've had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
And then we all know each other.
Has it really-
Better.
As I say, has it really been a couple of weeks?
Yeah, full 2 weeks.
Ah,
I miss you guys.
I know.
And we've officially met now, so it's
We
not
have.
weird. It's
Yeah.
not weird
It's
anymore.
not weird.
IRL.
Yeah.
It's not just the people on
Yeah.
the internet anymore.
You're not this weird faces on the other side of a screen.
Well,
Well,
we're
yeah.
also that, but now there's depth to us.
We are, but it's okay
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay because I watched Laura sleeping. We're all good.
Yeah.
You watched her sleeping?
Yeah.
I
And
was going.
when I woke up in the morning, like the first thing she said to me was like, "When I was watching you sleeping, you did the cutest thing." I'm like, "What?"
I had no idea what time it was. My phone was dead. I just had to lie there in the light, thinking, "Somebody please wake up soon. Tell me."
Yeah, for those who don't know, everybody came up or came to Manchester for the photo shoot, the calendar doofer, and we all got extremely drunk, and Mr. Yanukovych managed to fall asleep in the cricket green.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to have some kind of CSI moment where we'd all be called in because he's gone missing.
He just sort of disappeared.
Oh my god! And we all get like taken into one room, and then Geary is like Poirot, and he's like, "One of you in this room is the murderer."
You have to shave your tash, man.
Cluedo or something.
Yeah.
And we found him sort of lying asleep in the cold,
Very comfortable.
by a tree in the cricket pitch. So
Very comfy. Lovely bit of cricket pitch in Manchester.
I fell asleep in the back of a van as
Oh,
well.
With that, yeah.
Weren't at the back of the van, you were stuffed into a small wedge of the van.
Mike,
And then I fell asleep.
Masonry.
Mike
Yeah.
Orvis managed to sleep on this chair, in the bath, on the floor outside, on the stairs, in with Sean in the spare room, on the sofa downstairs. I think he slept everywhere in my house, basically. You're turning up.
That was funny that he would just sort of fall asleep and then wake up and wander off somewhere else and just fall asleep there. Bless him.
Oh, shenanigans that we get up to.
Crazy kids.
Yeah, crazy
Crazy.
kids indeed. Anyway, let's swiftly moving on. So what do we got news-wise today? Since we've had a couple of weeks off, there's got to be something out there.
Has anybody seen the trailer for Godzilla?
No, I couldn't watch it. I just saw some
It's-
pictures.
No.
It's on. If you go on Google, type it in. It's on Vimeo. It's an amazing teaser trailer, and it's got a quote in it. And I don't know whether the quote is from the original Godzilla, but it's something about some quote about a Hindu thing, and he said unto the world, "And I am the destroyer."
I am become
and
death,
blah,
the
blah, blah.
destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah. And then it shows a brilliant clip of of Godzilla walking through the city and roaring to the heavens, and it looks like they've actually made him the size that he's meant to be now, not a little sort
Why
of...
are they remaking Godzilla? Oh, what? Sorry, stupid question.
Well,
Money.
Because Jim
Well,
it's been over 10 years.
Money.
casting our minds back to 1998 is the reason why they're remaking Godzilla.
I'm going
no,
deeper
I think-
underground.
Touche.
Yeah, because I think they
Generic
couldn't
line.
handle the fact that they made this kind of, creature that was far too small, sort of like a weird iguana, and had kids that were basically just the velociraptors from Jurassic Park, and had Matthew Broderick in it as well. But yeah, it looks
Mr.
good
Becker.
from what we've seen of
Yeah.
the teaser, and it's Legendary Pictures that are doing it.
That'll be good.
So should be good, yeah. So yeah, do check it out. It's pretty.
What city is he
goosebumpy.
destroying? Is he going to be in Tokyo, or is it actually going to be some American city?
It looks like an American city, but there's kind of footage of just pure destruction throughout the teaser. There's a massive big skyscraper with a hole blasted through it. And then there's one shot where there's kind of like, it looks like petrified creature or something. So maybe it's another monster that he's done his radioactive beam on or something like that.
He's going to have a radioactive beam?
Yeah, like he did
original.
in the original.
Yeah.
The atomic breath, that was it. Atomic breath, sorry. So yeah,
I had
but they've
no
got
idea Godzilla was so baffling. I thought it was just
Yeah.
big ass
And they've got the classic
dinosaur
roar.
guy.
they've got,
Do an
they've got the
impression of
classic
it,
roar.
Harry. Do it.
Let me see if I can do it.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing it and trying to build this bed at the same time, so I might be
Oh.
slightly off par.
I will hear that noise in my nightmares.
Okay.
It's got the kind of tone of like, you're in the dark and then you just hear behind you just.
That's it.
Has anybody got?
And nightmares of. So go on.
Has anybody got anything else?
I've got a Geek Find of the Week that I hadn't come across before, but a friend of mine put me onto it. And it looks kind of cool. I haven't kind of tinkered with it properly yet. Has anybody heard of the Roll20 website?
No.
So let me see if I can do a quick screen
Sounds
share. And I'll show you the
No.
website. It's basically an online portal. It's like a virtual tabletop for role players via a browser. So yeah, it's cool. It looks really cool.
What's the
Why
site called
can't I do a
again?
screen share?
Roll20.
Roll20.net.
Roll as in roll a die.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Connect with friends across any distance or find a new gaming group online. It's basically a virtual tabletop gaming environment made simple. I'm reading the blurb off the website.
Again.
Roll20 is an
Amazing.
easy-to-use virtual tabletop that brings pen and paper gaming to the web the right way. Built on a powerful platform with tools, yet elegantly simple, it focuses on enhancing what makes tabletop gaming great.
Whoa! Can you not
It's pretty cool.
screen share that shit?
I'm trying to do it. I'm hitting the screen share button.
Press it, and then there should be. You press a little pop-up will come up, and it'll show you lift different windows. Press one of the windows, and
Hello
then press.
to you. Start screen share.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, if I do
No, we've got
this,
Better.
Yay! Oh no!
Now talk.
Talk.
can you see?
Yeah, but talk now. Yeah.
Hello?
There.
You need to talk over
Oh.
it, mate, so we can see it. Actually, you know what? We'll just click on
Okay,
your.
right, hang
Yeah,
on.
just click on
So
it.
this is the Roll20.net webpage.
Ah.
Obviously, it's got 275,000 tabletop gamers that join at the moment. I had a quick scan of it over the past couple of days. You can find games from all over the world. You can join a game that's a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or a one-off game. It's totally free to use.
So could we use
It's pretty
it?
intuitive software.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's such a
It
good
ties in-
idea.
It's got automatic tie-in for Google Hangouts.
Ah.
Nice.
So
Right.
honestly, it looks like a really, really cool system. It was funded via a Kickstarter, where they initially tried to raise, I think, about $5,000, and in 17 days they raised nearly $40,000.
Fucking
Jesus.
hell.
So
Wow.
they're basically stating that it's going to be free forever. Basically, there is content within the system that you can purchase, like premium content.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen so far, you kind of don't need that premium content.
And what's the
But, if you want it, you can get for it.
what sort of gaming systems does it have on it?
It's everything, anything you want.
So you
From
can
what I've
just
seen so
program
far, well, yeah, there's World of Darkness games going on. There's original AD&D first edition games going on. There's Pathfinder games going on.
We've got to totally do
Yeah,
this
it's cool.
sometime. We've got to do that. I think that'll
We
be really
have.
good.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh.
Cool. Right.
Yeah.
That was great news. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah.
That was very interesting and informative. Right, who's next? What do we got? Kirsten,
Well-
you got any news?
I bought some roller skates today.
What? So,
Are you going to a roller disco?
No, I just got some like rollerblades. Like I saw them in Sports Direct for like 20 odd quid, which I bought with some belated birthday money today. And Just gonna give them a whirl, and I'm gonna try that roller derby stuff and all that.
I have roller skates.
I have roller skates too.
We should all be roller skate buddies.
Yeah, gonna like crack it out, see what happens. And I got this. This is like cool, right? You know the Marvel Slex, that knockabout you can get from like Forbidden Planet and stuff.
Are you gonna ruin your show and tell already?
Oh no! Have we got that today? I'll leave it for then.
Oh, building it up. I like it.
Oh, bit of news for you.
Excitement tingling.
I've now entered the world of Twitter.
Hey.
So I'm knocking about on there. If any folk want to ask me any questions, see what's cracking on in my day.
Ask
You know, at Gearsden. I don't even have an O1 or anything on the end.
Yeah.
First person with that name on there, hey, let's get it going. So yeah.
How many followers do you have so far?
I've got 2.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I've got who've I got now? I think I've got Mr. Maudsley, and I've got Emma Torreville.
So people from my work and people who used to work with me. I'll follow you, Gearston. Just
Well, I'm following like
Yeah.
Vince Neil and all that, and Geek Pride and all that. So
I know. I love that Geek Pride only just started following me on Twitter. Like, within the last
And do you know
couple of
what?
days.
I did that, Laura.
Did
I
you?
did that by accident.
Oh,
I thought it was my account. And I thought, why am I not following Laura? Click. Oh wait, this is Geek Pride.
Bless you.
Richie, you still got
Wanting
your
to follow me.
Richie, you still got your
Okay,
share
how
screen
do I
up?
turn it off?
You need
How
to
do I
click.
turn that off?
You need to click out of the whatever panel you're on. So basically, close it down. Actually, no, because that'll close down the thing, won't it? Click onto something else and then click off again.
There's something I forgot to talk about, kids. You all know Owen. You all met him the other day.
Yeah.
I went to his night at the Fab Cafe,
Oh,
yeah.
you did.
and
Was it good?
it was pretty awesome. It was really well done, and it was absolutely rammed. It was. I've never seen it as busy in there ever. And like there was definitely folk who'd like travel from afar as well for like come down. Like loads of folk were dressed up. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see what I ended up doing that night. 'Cause I got my face painted.
Oh,
Face paint.
let's guess, viewers. What did Gears do to get his face painted like?
Right. Our lass had Chitara's stuff done
Nice.
from the cats, and my mate Gaz, right, he's had Captain Spaulding face paint done. He's already got the big beard and bald head, and he looks frightening. And we all got on the buzz down to Big Hands, like dressed like that and everything. And went in Big Hands, and people were like, "What's going on here?" But anyway, yeah, Owen's night was really, really good.
Yeah, they're doing another one in February, aren't they?
Yeah.
February
one small
and May.
billion.
He's got one in February and a big one in May.
Yeah, they did
And
one
he's
in May
having
this year.
May the 4th, I
Oh,
think.
good.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. So thumbs up to the lad.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice one, Owen.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm hoping to come to the one in February.
Yeah, it looks good.
Plenty of
It's
I'm
gonna be a
gonna-
fluffy drinking game.
I'm gonna go to one that happens when I'm in Manchester, if I'm ever in Manchester again.
Oh,
I
you
hope I am. I
You
like
have to
Manchester.
be.
I know. I really like Manchester. It's so pretty there.
I want you to come back for my birthday.
When's your
that's too
birthday?
Christmas do, man.
October the 19th.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Geek Pride Christmas do.
Geek Pride Christmas do.
I'm also planning to have a Geek Pride gaming night at my house because if I get rid of the kids, I can sleep 7 people.
Whoa.
How big are your kids?
I mean, somebody would have to have their bunk beds and such, and the Spider-Man bed they could sleep in. I have a sofa bed and a couch. It's quite
What
big.
kind of games are we talking here? Like,
Oh, at Munchkin, everything.
Hey.
Tokyo. All sorts. Whatever you want to bring.
Naked Twister. What?
Naked What?
Just leave your keys in that bowl on the table.
There are 7 sleeping areas. Use the one. Yeah, so
Okay.
We do have
Anything
some
else?
news.
Newsworthy.
I went to LFCC with Phoebe.
Oh shit, yeah, you did. Any good?
How was that?
Yeah, it was alright. There were lots of good cosplayers. We took pictures. Phoebe let me use her 600 quid camera. She basically just picked it up and just like, there you go, Laura, you're taking the pictures. I left the lens cap on more than once.
Oh.
And I kept having to explain to people because people were laughing at me, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm a writer. I don't do this picture business. I don't even know why I'm trusted with the camera. But I didn't drop it or anything. I was really good.
Well done.
So proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We haven't seen the pictures yet, to be fair, so.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some of them are dark and some of them are blurry, but some of them are alright.
What's
That's
it?
arty.
What's it like
Yeah.
size-wise then? I haven't been to LFCC, so.
It was smaller than the one in summer because the one in summer was like absolutely packed to the gills.
Right.
No, I went on Saturday, which is like usually the busiest day of any convention, and yeah, it was not too packed. You could get about, could like talk to. I actually managed to get in a good conversation with I think most of the people who were exhibiting there. So didn't get to talk to any celebrities except for Margot Kidder.
What celebrities were there? What celebrities were there?
Billy Piper.
Billy Piper.
Yeah, but
Billy Piper?
allegedly because I didn't even see her. This is just sort of like there were always people standing between us and stuff, and I couldn't see her. Brian Blessed was there.
Oh, what a
And
No way.
I know he was for sure because I was the other side of the convention from him, and I just heard him go, "Hello, everyone."
Gordon Liu!
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was like, "Oh, that was Brian Blessed," but you know he was all the way across the other side.
Did you see him on Life Stories?
Yeah, oh,
the other
mate,
night?
what a legend.
It was hilarious.
He is so good. He's just so. It's like he's going, yeah, I'm going to go back up Everest. I'm 3 years old. I'm going.
I could do it.
I'm going to space as well. And I was like, fuck me, man, Jesus Christ. He's climbed Everest
cool.
3 times and still wants to do it.
Yeah.
It's nearly
I like
died.
that apparently the first time he got within like a ridiculously close, like within like 100 feet of reaching the summit, but then like one of his team fell ill, so he had to basically just carry them to safety.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
basically, yeah, he said it was basically he had like he could see the summit and he had like I don't know, it's like 1,000 feet or something
Yeah.
to go. And one of the team came down. No, a climber came down with
Yeah.
no oxygen, was dying basically. So it was like, do I help this man out or do I achieve my dream? And he basically went down the mountain, got him oxygen, and basically saved the guy's life.
Wow.
Didn't get to the top.
Brian fucking Blessed.
What a legend!
Legend.
What a pure
That's a legend.
That
legend, man.
deserves a golf clap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not very good at golf claps. Let me start it off. Go on, Richie, start it off.
Oh, I can't do it.
Faster.
I think the timing's out.
Right, do you know what? Well, yeah, wait, do you know what? I think we should have. I think we're gonna have some golf clap practice after this. Ladies and gentlemen. That's horrible.
Instead of having an efficient weekly meeting, we should just
Give it a teeny
We're gonna-
tiny Mexican wave instead.
We're gonna.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Do you reckon we could do that?
We could
Okay.
totally do that.
Start it off,
From
Richie.
the left.
Oh, Laura, you're shit. You missed
No,
it.
I followed.
Yay!
This is great for a podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God, yeah.
For all who's
those of you
listening,
listening.
we just did a Mexican wave, and that was awesome. It was
I
really
think-
it was really awesome.
I think we just need to stop doing this as audio only. Like, don't give people that option because there's just too much visual stimulus for people. You won't get the full effect, or we at least have to animate them like the Ricky Gervais show.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I've got something.
The
Breaking Bad
Oh, go on
is
then.
finished, but they're doing Better Call Saul. It's old news now, but we've not had one for a few weeks, so
They've also
Yeah,
done a Mexican version of it, apparently.
yeah, remake. I'm
Seriously?
not sure about
Yeah,
that.
there's a Mexican
Yeah.
Black Brick.
To be fair though, it's kind of British series keep getting remade in America, so it's about time they realised what it felt like. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna take
Maybe
something
they'll
on
learn.
and ruin it. Although The Office was alright, but that's the only one I can think
Yeah,
of.
I like the American Office better than the original Office. to be
Really?
honest.
I've not seen it.
I didn't see it on principle.
Yeah, exactly. Has it got Steve Carell in it or Steve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's a legend, man. Although I
But
think
he-
he's awesome.
But he's not David Brent. He's kind of what's his name?
I can't remember his name now, But he bumps into David Brent in one of the episodes.
Yeah, it does.
He does, yeah.
But he's good. He's good. It's just sort of
It's
kind
called
of.
it's called Michael, I think.
Yeah, that's it, Michael. Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Badger. Right. Okay. So, if anybody else got any other news before we move on? News? No. No. What's this about? Something being rebooted, Harry? You were talking about.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, yeah.
Reboot.
If anybody,
Reboot.
yeah, if anybody used to watch Reboot in the 90s,
Oh, yeah, I
they're
remember
rebooting it. Yeah, they're doing a new series.
Whoa.
So, and I used to love Reboot. I did lose track of it slightly, because if anyone can remember, the main character, Bob, who had the silver hair, he basically got killed off at the end of one of the series, and then after that it all went a bit weird. So I lost track of it. But years later I went back and found it online, and they managed to kind of reboot it. It's kind of, I did like it in the sense it was all designed around like when computers were starting to be in every home, and all the characters were named after sort of parts of a computer, like
Plug.
Hexadecimal, Enzo, and the bad guy, Megabyte, who was voiced by Tony J, who is now no longer with us, which will be a shame. But I'm sure that they'll find another actor with a equally deep and menacing voice to portray the part, if indeed they do the part. But yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Talking about voice actors, and this was something I was thinking about the other day randomly. But in Turtles, the cartoon, do you know who did the voice of Shredder?
Oh, it was
Nolan North. Because he does the voice for everything. Let's
It was the guy. It was Uncle Phil from
Uncle Phil.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Of Chinatown.
Seriously,
I'm
man.
gonna go back now and watch it.
If you watch some of the episodes where Uncle Phil's really losing his shit, he sounds like the Shredder.
Oh my god,
Seriously,
mind
man.
blown.
Amazing.
The Shredder. He's the Shredder. You'll just watch Prince of Bel-Air. Definitely now.
Yeah, and Will Smith was Krang.
Jazzy Jeff is Bebop.
Okay. Okay. We'll move on to show and tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather round for Geek Pride Show and Tell. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've ruined
I
it
thought
now.
that was an awkward pause that I had to fill with kind of.
Yeah. I feel that needs to fill it.
That was a Matt needs a space so he can enter.
You need to give us a signal, like.
Yeah, you should do some sort of
I'll
visual
do
cue.
this. I'll do this whenever it comes out. I'll go caw caw. Okay,
We can
right.
get some excellent Geek Pride radio jingles on the go.
Yeah, well, we have jingles. It's just that I don't have them on my phone anymore, so they're just going to be put in afterwards. So it's just going to be going caw caw. You're laughing now. And I can't. Oh. Right, we're gonna jingle over the laughter.
Okay.
Kirsten, what have you got?
Yo. Right. You know, like the Marvel Select Series figures, like the ones that you get, like the really big boxes. And some of them cost about like 30 odd brick and stuff like that. And quite a few of them are very, very, very rare and go for hundreds of pounds on the internet. Especially anything to do with Carnage, Venom, any of the old Wolverine stuff. Anyway, they've just done a new figure which is selling out dead fast. But I got it because I went to my mum's today. It was a belated birthday present, and it's so fucking cool. Well chuffed with it. Check this out. Can you see it properly?
Oh my god.
What is it?
It's Venom.
Alright, okay.
That is just.
Can you see it?
Oh, mate. That's
And it's
awesome.
it's classic Venom as well. So it weren't like the last one they brought out, which was an Ultimate Venom, which is where he's like all like deformed and stuff, like like massive. So yeah, well chuffed with this. And like you can pick it up now on internet for about 40 odd quid, but it'll just vanish, absolutely vanish, and then be worth like a pretty penny then.
That's one thing I love about collectibles is when mums sell them on eBay and they don't know what they're selling.
Yeah.
I got myself. There's one up there. I don't know if you can sort of kind of see it, that one. If you can do it there, up there. It cost. I got 2 of those for 50 quid. Yeah, and they weren't even worth that when they were sort of made, but they're well sort of kind of like 200. They're worth about 250 quid each. But a mum sold them on eBay because obviously she wanted to get rid of them. They're like brand new. So I've got 250 quid's worth of collectible right there because somebody didn't know what they were selling and I didn't tell her. So.
No.
And his address is.
It's really odd when you go to car boot sales and stuff and you go, so how much do you want for this? And they go like 50p. You're like, really? And you, oh, right. Would you take 40p? Gotta take it.
I was gonna say, Becca, you got to downplay it and be like, yeah, I guess as a stocking filler, that'll be alright.
Shall I not?
Try and hide your kind of, oh my god, a limited edition Jean Grey.
I've never been to a car boot sale before. Ever.
Really?
No.
They're wonderful, Matt. Honestly,
They're all right.
I could see them being sort of kind of quite dangerous, man. You know, sort of. There's certain places Matt shouldn't go to. There's just talking about places I shouldn't go to. I've joined a sort of kind of gaming club in Stockport, and to play sort of kind of 40k and tabletop games and stuff. And they've got the shop called Element in it, and it basically has every single toy, like tabletop toy and miniature I would ever want in there. And it's like, so it's literally, and it sells alcohol as well. So it's like, oh, I'm feeling a bit drunk now. So, let's go in there and spend money on my credit card. Oh, balls! I've just spent £300,000. So yeah, it's really dangerous in there, man. And it's just like I get that urge. I don't know about you, but when you go into places like that, even if you're broke, you just feel like you want to buy things.
Yeah.
I just sort of kind of.
I got that at the convention. I was like, I have no money. Like this entire trip is funded by my credit card, and then I was still just like, but I want this. Like they are. I have to go online and buy them at Payday. But they had it was like Marvel Cover Girls dolls, which and they were like in a box and they have a Velcro thing and then you open it like it's a comic and then the doll is in there. But I wouldn't keep it in the packaging. I'd carefully. No. I would keep the packaging in a safe place.
How old are they?
I don't know. I didn't really check. I was just like, Psylocke.
I might have something like that.
I'm like a small child.
Get it out next time.
Yeah.
I have a Jean Grey and a Velcro.
I think actually I saw that it was like the 90s.
She's awful.
Yeah, it was like the 90s cartoon. She had kind of like fabric limbs.
Yes, I have that.
Yeah, with the 90s cartoon, like whatever that was, the little
thing.
Yeah.
What?
Ridiculous 90s superhero couture.
Yeah.
Breaking news, by the way, guys. Some person on the internet called, what's he called? Underglow Art. He's on eBay. He's been stealing artwork from Lady Noctis from Arcadia and selling it on eBay as original artwork. So named and shamed right here, right now.
That happened.
Yeah.
He's taken one of her Harley Quinn pictures and he's trying to sell it for as his own work. All he's done is put a few filters over it and that's it.
Wow.
I was going to say, that happened to my sister, man. It's really uncool. Like,
Is there an email address for him?
I've only got an eBay page. It's underglow_art.
Okay.
Do you know what? They actually can't do very much about it. If he's painted that himself,
he's not painted it. What he's done is, I probably can't show you on my phone because it's but he's taken like cosplay pictures of people, and then put filters on it on Photoshop, like made it all black and white, and then selling it on as original artwork. But one of her Harley Quinn pictures is on here. Probably won't even be able to see it because it'll just go all,
Yeah.
But basically, that sort of happened to my sister. My sister, for all of you who don't know, is called Anna Kitty, and basically some group in Belfast started selling her. Some guy, basically, it's one of these things where you go and you put in things. I've got such and such. Do you want to buy it off me, sort of thing. And this guy was selling like literally the same artwork as my sister's and saying it was his own. And I got absolutely raging. I just got to the point where I was just like blasting him on everything I could, to the point where I nearly got banned from Facebook. And then And then I phoned the police and everything, and I was like, "You need to do something about this." And it's like, "I'm really sorry, man, but I can't do anything for you." And I was just like, "Well, they didn't say man. They just said, I'm sorry, sir, we can't do anything for you. It's a civil act, and you can send them a cease and desist and blah blah blah." But it's annoying, man. It's really,
Right.
really, really unfair. And the thing is, because they painted it themselves, and they can kind of say it's inspiration from somebody else, so it's really hard to do anything about.
Horrible.
It's people like that are scum big time, man.
Yeah.
Can't get
Yeah.
their own
Obviously.
ideas. That's what sort of, my view on sort of music as well. People who have to use other people's music.
Yeah, riding on coattails. It's
Yeah,
one
and-
of the most annoying. As a creative, it's one of the most
Exactly.
annoying
I think for anybody who's creative in any way, shape, or form, theft of intellectual property is annoying. Which actually, talking about that, sort of kind of brings me on to something I forgot about in the news section, but we'll talk about now. Games Workshop. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of.
Yeah.
It's called
Sorry, I think.
Beast of War. Basically, are a site that deal with tabletop gaming, and they've been doing it for years, and they're quite a good site, and I watch quite a lot of their videos. Two fellas from Northern Ireland as well, so respect. But Games Workshop basically turned around to them and told them to take everything off of Games Workshop off their site, so videos, pictures, everything. And I think it was kind of uncool of them. As much Games Workshop are notoriously tight when it comes to their intellectual property.
Games Workshop are just dicks in general, though. Like in every facet of everything.
I think the thing is, part of it you can kind of understand. What's happened is there's been leaked models, pictures and sketches, and basically when new things come out, they've been reporting it as news, which is understandable. In the end, had that been another news outlet, they wouldn't have been able to do anything about it because they're a small website. Games Workshop can bully them and kind of go cease and desist because they can't afford the basically legal fees they've had to because they can't afford it, and I think that's slightly unfair. In the end, it's publicity. It's not like they're doing it in a malicious way. They're doing it to give hype. And personally, when I see stuff like that, that makes me want to go out and buy stuff. If you could see my desk, actually, you can see my desk full of like toys and stuff.
Don't, Matt. They'll give us a cease and desist.
Like all the toys and stuff. It's like when I see these things, I'm like, that's awesome. I'm going out and buy that, and it's just
I read all the news on this, man, and I read every single detail about it, and they were saying that from Beasts of War point of view, they were trying to get everything under fair usage license, which is absolutely fine. And then Games Workshop tried to make out that they had some kind of contract in place, which made it so that Beasts of War can't show any of their stuff. But I think it'd fall apart if it ever actually went to court. I know Games Workshop have got some badass lawyers, but at the end of the day, I think it's just a scare tactic. I think if they chose to turn around and go, do you know what? No, we're allowed to do this under fair usage. I really think they get away with it.
I think you've got I think one of the issues they got them on, and I'm not completely clued. Some of my friends are a bit more clued in than I am about it, but they had a partnership with what's the word? Wayland Games. Wayland Games are a distributor of Games Workshop stuff, and basically in the new contract they've got is basically you can't do X, Y, Z, you can't do this, and because they're partnered with Beasts of War.
Wayland.
Beast of War and Wayland have partnered together. They basically had to stop, and it was a shame because when the guy put the video up, Warren put the video up, it was sort of because they obviously, it's a big game. They obviously have quite a lot of respect for the fact that it's a big game and it's well loved by a lot of people, but it's like you're basically attacking the wrong people. It's not, these people are the people who buy your game, and these are the people who sort of want to play it and stuff. And for me personally, it's like Games Workshop, when you talk to somebody about Games Workshop, they love the game but they hate the company, and it's just like,
I think the company is just now a money machine. I think it's been a money machine for the best part of the past 15 to 20 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when they took on a kind of massive expansion in the early 90s, and they just turned into this, license to bring money. Well, basically, being massive dicks.
They're a massive success story, local massive success story, small store in Nottingham to, what is basically massive international business. But it seems to me that they don't really seem to care that much about the fans and the people. It's like, I think they should work with media outlets more. In the end, they're very protective of their IP, which is understandable. There's a lot of people going around basically mimicking it and pretending to be it and stuff. And yeah, I'm sure it's very irksome for them, and I'm sure it's annoying. But in the end,
sure it's equally as annoying when they're making their billions and billions of pounds in profit.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think they just need to work with media outlets, like, so they could turn around to us if I put a video up of some 40k stuff and just say, we can't do that, stop it, go away, and we couldn't do anything about it because, well, we can't challenge it, we don't have the money to do it, and it's the same with Beast of War. They didn't have the money to challenge it to the better end, which they probably would have won in the end as fair use, and it's just, it's slightly upsetting. It is. It's just like they've obviously, I don't know what's happened over the years, if it's literally just gone into, I don't care about, anything bar money now, or, because it had to be a point where they were like, small store, and it was all about, the people who came in, it was all about the customers, and now it's literally about how much can we hike the prices, and how much can we, annoy people about it and stuff.
They wouldn't even stock any of our calendars, because I went into quite a lot of shops around Stockport and Manchester, and everyone's like, yeah, I put a few in the, store. They refused, point blank.
Yeah,
the mate runs a Stockport one. He asked head office, and they just said flat out no.
Yeah, it's like I've talked to some of the guys. I've talked to some of the guys in the Manchester Central one about talking to them for Geek Pride, and they're like, "Sorry, we can't. Head office never allow it." And I was just like, "All right, okay, fine, fair dues. That's the way you want to do it." But I just don't, if you're that big a company, like the company that I work for, or will not be working for much longer, but do work for at the minute, they're really, really sort of kind of. If you get one complaint, even one minor complaint, they're all over it. They'll do anything to make sure that it's sorted and everybody's happy and stuff. But it seems the complete the opposite for Games Workshop. They don't seem to really care. They're very, very strict about everything, and there's no sort of kind of middle ground or anything. And it's like disappointing because I do love the games. I love the story. I'm listening to some of the audiobooks at the minute, and I'm reading some of the books on my iPad and stuff. So it's a shame, like I say, just.
It's a real shame because Games Workshop back in the day, it was brilliant, great fun, great games. It was great to go and hang out at the shops. And when I don't know if any of you guys remember, they used to stock, other role-playing stuff as well. It wasn't all just Games Workshop branded, boom. And then it got into the kind of mid-90s and became, no, we just do Games Workshop.
I would say that's like my pretty big problem with them, is that it could be so good if they just go, yeah, let's have D&D and World of Darkness, and what's Harry doing? Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
Games Workshop rage.
When you think about the amount of buildings alone just in the UK that Games Workshop own, and they buy those buildings outright, and there's an incredible amount of money involved in Games Workshop.
There's a smaller sort of kind of games, the specialised games like Blood Bowl and Necromunda and Battlefleet Gothic and stuff that they don't really do anymore because they can't sell more models. It's not, it's like, I'm not going to bother with them anymore, and that's annoying because those games are really good. And like I've got Space Hulk and I've got Blood Bowl and things like that, and
they're great games, aren't they?
Yeah, and
great games,
it's just the fact that, like Necromunda, for example, it's gone because you only buy one gang. You don't need to buy any more models and stuff, and you're done. So they're like, we can't sell more models, therefore we're getting rid of it. And it's just like, all right, okay, business-wise, I guess that makes sound sense, but for gamers and stuff, it's annoying. One thing that annoys me a lot about sort of the models and things is there's constantly more and more and more, and it's just like, fuck, I've just got myself a bunch of stuff. There's more stuff to get, and it's just like, it is like getting on people's addictions, other than more
it's
than.
It's like that with the comics though, when they start doing story arcs, but then Iron Man's got part of the story, but you can't read it unless you get Iron Man comic.
Yeah.
It's that you're just teasing me and feeding on my addiction, and.
But I think it's with geeks in general, we've got addictive personalities, and they know that, so it's just sort of like, they know with me, so it doesn't matter. Me and my friends bitch about the Games Workshop all the time, but like, for example, I put a post up about the Beast of War stuff, going about how outrageous it was, and had a bit of a debate about it, and then started going on about what new Games Workshop stuff we were going to buy next, and I was just like,
you just can't help it, yeah.
So, it's just sort of like, okay, well, we are sort of kind of upset that they're this strict, but I want to buy buy all
The
this
thing
cool
is,
stuff.
though, there's a third option. Like, there's a comic that I am very fond of, but the guy who writes it is a certifiable dick. So it's like I buy it pre-owned on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sorted.
It's a little bit
I'm not
easier.
supporting the dicks, but I'm getting my fix.
Get it off eBay or something, yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Although
Yeah.
that does mean you have to wait a little bit longer for stuff.
And that's the one thing that gets me, because I can't wait for things. I need to have
Oh.
them. If I want them, I need them now.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like, this will take you 2.5 hours to get. I want it now. God damn it.
You sound like my children.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of, I think from the upbringing I've had, especially in Yorkshire, it's like, just wait until it gets cheaper, son. Just wait till it gets cheaper. You
Yeah.
wait. In a few years, that wheel will be half the price it is now.
Yeah, I had shell suits 10
That's
years
right.
after they were fashionable because you couldn't
I
afford them.
didn't get a PlayStation until the PS2 came out. Our neighbours got one and gave us the PS1 out of pity.
Oh.
Oh, they're all heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on from that downer. Becca, have you got anything to show us? Becca's frozen. Becca's gone. Uh-oh. Okay, Harry, show us the bed. Quickly.
There we go.
Hey.
All done.
Hooray!
Yeah. See, I'm being the gentleman here because this, as you can tell, was my room, the bigger room, but I have given up the bigger room for the lady who's moved in, and I'm having the smaller one. But I think over this last year, I've come to realise that I don't really need to occupy that much space anyway, and I have lost a bit of weight.
Yeah, I've lost
so.
it. Yeah, so.
I do. I need a massive house, me. Or
See, that's
I wouldn't. I'd just sort of be like, well, it sucks that you get the box room, but I was here first. What's wrong with you?
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We had the argument when we moved into our new house because we have one medium-sized room and one box room, and I felt like Xander should have the medium-sized room because he has more toys because he's of that age.
Yeah.
But apparently, the eldest has to have the biggest room. Is
Right.
that a rule? I don't know.
So speaking as the oldest child, that is true.
I'm the oldest child.
Yeah, well, I lost the
That's
argument.
definitely
Now
the
my son has all his toys cramped into this tiny room, while my daughter sits in this massive room with just a laptop. It makes sense.
Have you got anything to show us, Becca?
Yes, I have. I run the breakfast club at school to feed all the hungry children. And I'm sitting there, and a member of staff walks in and says, "Oh, I found this in the bottom of a wardrobe. Do you want it?" And she hands me this beautiful
Oh,
thing.
hello.
no way.
She's a little scratched, but she's so pretty. And I was like,
Johnny, explain to
Is
the
she
spoiler
from
listener
the-
what it
oh,
is.
sorry, it's Wonder Woman, and I think it's the Wonder Woman from the 90s Justice League.
I was going to say, she looks
American
like from the
cartoon.
DCAU.
Yeah, and she's beautiful. I don't know how many inches that is. 12?
You said inches!
I don't know. And I just couldn't believe that she was just pulling out of a bag and handing it to me for free, for nothing. And I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then one of the children came up to me and went, "Miss, why is she wearing no pants?" And I sort of went, because
she's
it's
a
hard to
saucy
fight
tit.
crowd in
Because
pants."
she's a feminist icon and she can wear what she fucking likes.
Well, I get fired.
Well, yeah.
But I think 'cause it's hard to fight crime in pants, and then hit her away. So I didn't have to deal with any more awkward questions. But so that was my freebie of the week.
Nice.
And yeah, brilliant. $17.99 on eBay. I checked. In a box.
Kitty,
That's mine.
have you got anything to show us?
I do. I got one of the Super Loot boxes for this month.
Ah.
Yeah,
I got a Superman Pop Heroes. Can you see him? He's very cute.
Oh.
One of the Man of Steel ones, and he's just adorable. And you can get all sorts like these. They have all the Avengers apart from your lady, Black Widow. Yeah, apart from her, obviously.
Apart from her.
But yeah, they do all the little Avengers of them and everything, and so
Well,
I
I've
had
got
the
Jon
Wonder
Snow as well.
heroes. Amazing.
Yeah.
And that girl.
Did
Yeah,
you
you
say
can get Jon Snow.
Can
The
you?
Channel 4 reporter.
No, not him.
No?
Other one.
The other Jon Snow, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jon Snow.
Laura.
You know
have you got-
nothing, John.
Hello.
Can you get like Christian and Guru Murphy too? That'd be awesome.
Right, I'm assuming a more alert position. Yeah,
Oh,
shit
nice.
just got real. I'm sitting up straight. Now I got a super loot box as well, hugging the cable,
Yay.
but
I didn't.
it wasn't as good as Katie's one though. But I won't bitch.
I got an
It was
extra.
free, so you know. And he did send 2 of everything, so I could give some to Scott. So that was cool.
Aw.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh god, I've outraged Becca.
This is favouritism, and I will not have it.
Has Jamie been on to you two and go, come on, I'll send you a few free
Yeah,
boxes
yeah.
for...
For what? Tell me what I need to do.
Don't
There
send anything to the ugly Irishman,
This is
send
the-
it to the pretty ladies.
Aw, but he didn't because he didn't send it to Becca.
Oh.
Nice save, Laura.
Thank you, thank you. See what I did there?
Good.
Okay. Oh, I have a couple. This one is really just mundane, but hang on a sec.
Boobs.
Right. Does this lighter belong to anyone? Because
Yes.
I found it randomly. Yeah, ha ha ha. But like seriously, any of you? Because I found it in my bag.
Oh, have you been stealing things?
And yeah, and I'm like, did I like steal this when we were out drinking? And if so, I'm sorry.
I don't recognise
Don't
it.
Was
I
it
was
Ben
running around with a
Pease?
Budweiser box.
Laura.
I don't really
Might be
remember.
Ben Pease.
It might be. I'll send him pictures of it and some newspaper
I have
cutout
no idea.
if you want to see it
Bound.
alive again. You will send a super loot box to this address. Yeah, no, what other stuff did I get? I got from the super loot box, I got a little companion cube coaster.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
quite cool.
Nice.
And I found a little burlesque dancing Hello Kitty charm at work. So I have that as well. I'll get that down, hang on. She's being held by my little Catwoman toy, but yeah, there's the
Wow.
burlesque Hello Kitty.
Bow, 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 bow.
She looks like Liza Minnelli in Cabaret. Very cool. And there's probably some other stuff. Oh yeah, all the business cards and that I picked up from LFCC. Look at all that. Look at it. There's so many
You
of
get
it.
so many, don't you?
I know.
Bookmarks.
And I'm this is like my personal pledge. I'm gonna try and reach out to all of them and like get them all some sort of interview or something.
Cool.
But yeah, because they all have such awesome stuff. It's so,
Well, I think
such
that's
awesome people and such a shitty con.
Because I can't
I
go
didn't say
to
that.
as I can't go to MCM now, and Katie and Keela are going.
We only decided yesterday, by the way.
I was going to
Yeah.
say.
Girls on tour.
Thing is, man, I don't think I could do that going down. So how long's the train journey going to take you?
Well, we're going on the coach, and it's taking 4 hours. It's not too bad. And it's only costing 35 quid each for the ticket and the journey there and back. So
No, I suppose it's not too bad. I think.
Yeah.
It's
How
like,
many days are you going for?
just going for the Saturday, but staying
Oh,
at
okay.
Ben's house Friday night and Saturday night.
Because
Not asked them yet.
I was like, if you're there for long, you can just take a quick train across to Southampton and see
Just a
me.
quick train.
But, yeah, it's like
Or
an
you
hour.
You could come to London.
I've already done my London for this month. I can't do it again.
have you been to MCM London before, Katie?
No, I've never. Well, I mean, I've been to London
Huge.
twice in my life.
That's the one I went to when I met Gail Simone.
It's huge. It's like massive. I was so like that's why I'm so gutted about it, because like I went to May, and it was big, but apparently it's going to be
Yeah.
bigger, and it is
Really?
absolutely impressive. Like I went on was it the Thursday or the Friday? They had it open up early, so I went early, got my press pass, and then my missus was like, "Oh, you got a queue with me," and I was like, "No, I got a press pass. I don't have to queue." And then I had to queue for about an hour to get in.
Did you
because-
seriously
Yeah.
pull the "Don't you know who I am? I'm with the press" on your
Oh,
missus?
It was
not
really funny.
cool, bruh.
I was standing in the line for the queue, yeah, and I had all the freebie stuff that the press get and stuff, and I was sitting there, kind of with my camera bag and stuff, and my missus was moaning at me because she had a tripod to carry, and I had the £6,000 camera and all the other crap on my back, which was hurting. But this guy turned around to me and went, "Where'd you get that?" I turned around and went, "Pressmate." So,
Very good.
press.
I need to get press passes for better conventions because LFCC they didn't give you anything. Gave you the press pass, and then they just kind of went off you go. So you just sort of pottering around doing the usual stuff.
Did you get to go press?
Oh yeah, no, I did that a lot.
Yeah.
Just maybe, and I was doing like a lot of like, hang on, like that with the press pass, like bling kind of thing. Because as we've established, I'm incredibly cool.
Yeah.
But no, and they kind of just went, yeah, off you go. And eventually there were all the like celebrity signing things. We kind of went up to the people guarding them. We were like, will they have any time to like, talk to the press? And they went, well, how long's a piece of string? Come back later. And I'm like, okay, like 5 minutes, like 2 hours
Yeah.
at the end of the day. I just, and it's like, okay, we'll just potter about. But at least it was free entry, so there was that.
But Katie, seriously, you're going to be impressed. It's massive. It's
Yeah.
absolutely huge. It's massive. Like I
I'm
walked around.
excited.
I was there for 3 days last time, and I didn't see everything in the 3 days. With me, I like spend so much time people watching as well. So you can see
Yeah.
there's people I knew were there that I didn't see throughout the 3 days because there were so many people there and stuff. And it's just
Even in the Manchester one, it was like that for me. I knew people were there and I didn't even see them. Like Rye, from here, he was there.
Thing is, though, that's kind of a nightmare for me. I think the best con I went to was Bristol, which was basically like a town hall kind of size. But that was really good because like everyone there kind of all went to the same pub for drinks after. So it's like celebrity guests and exhibitors and everyone kind of were just all at the pub, which was like really nice.
I'm not a massive fan of small, cramped spaces, though. With me basically having to carry around a camera, and I've got a massive bag, and it's really heavy, and I've got lots of things.
I wouldn't say it was cramped. It was more kind of like it had a sort of, I don't know, like a kind of house party sort of vibe. Like everyone just seemed to be sort of hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Quite cool.
Is it worth going in cosplay, or is worth just going?
I've got to say, I didn't go in cosplay to LFCC, and I was gutted that I didn't. I kept saying to Phoebe like through the whole day, I'm like, I am never not cosplaying again. Because it's like when you're cosplaying, people like start going like, oh, Zatanna, like Catwoman, come on, like photos and stuff, and it's really cool. And then when you're just walking around, it's like civilian.
Yes. Last time we were at MCM, my missus was carting around gear for me and stuff, so I was taking photographs and things. She was carrying around the tripod, and some guy came up to her and went, can I have a photograph with you? And she's like, why? And he's like, you're not cosplaying? And he's like, no. And he's like, who do you think I am? And I think he thought she was sort of like either Princess Leia or what's her name, Queen Amidala, but she was wearing sort of kind of like fucking like leather sort of boots and sort of a white top and things like that. So I'm not sure if he thought she was something else, but she was just sitting like, what are these people doing?
Accidental cosplay.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's amazing. Really, it was really good. MCM, you'll love it. You'll have the queue. I think you'll probably have the queue for a long time, but it's when you do get in, it'll be amazing.
Got early entry, so hopefully I'll be able to skip that. Because at the Manchester one, I had early entry and I just went straight in. So.
I've never not queued at Manchester one, even with early entry. It's always a queue.
Really?
Sometimes the queues are quite fun.
I just generally turn up to conventions like an hour after it starts.
Yeah,
because then you don't have to queue because everyone's kind of already. Because really, at the beginning, all you're queuing for is getting in. So you may as well have an extra hour in bed and then just.
Oh, I can't do that, Laura. I'm so on time for things.
I just don't like queuing. That's why I do the press thing, because I refuse to queue for ages. I just with Manchester, it was literally in the front door, press pass, in I went. When I came to MCM, go to the desk, get the press pass, and then was going to walk in before I got dragged out by my missus to go and queue with her, which was annoying.
Which I don't think is unreasonable of her.
Well, I bought her ticket and stuff. I was just going to go and check it out. She could go and talk to me.
I'll see you inside, shall we?
All right, babe. I'm just going to carry on here. You just stand in the queue with all these strange people. Don't feed the Pikachu. But, all right, moving on. Richie, have you got anything to show us?
Yeah, kind of that. I have got to show you my now completed list of Marvel Now's X-Men #1. Let's see if you can see this. Covers 1, 2,
So pretty.
3,
That's a nice one.
Look at Laura.
4. And my favourite one.
I got that one.
Ah.
I love that one. I got that one.
That's
I'm
my
jealous.
now completed, which I feel quite happy about. Obviously, that one's always kind of fun.
That's cool.
I would
But,
just be
you know.
tempted to draw on it myself.
Well, I
Even
kind
though
of am.
You have to, yeah. You just have to like. I'd just draw a stick figure with an X on it.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously the one that you're supposed to take the blank ones. If
Yeah.
people don't know, you're supposed to take the blank ones around to conventions and stuff and get them signed. But why would you get it signed? You keep it in its nice packet with its nice bit of
No,
cardboard.
because if you get it
Oh.
signed or drawn on by like the creator, especially if you get them to not make it out to you, but just a generic,
Yeah. I got girl
all the best.
Batgirl #1, and I think she put a little heart on it and everything.
Oh, blessed.
I
No, 'cause I'm gonna get
got,
another one. I want to keep it
That's like
pristine.
the opposite of what I did with my Batgirl #1, which is chewed a corner of it for a profile picture. It was my profile picture on Facebook for ages. I think it's still my Geek Pride profile picture.
And your Twitter.
It's just me kind of going on the corner of the comic.
How's your project going?
I haven't started. I need to find someone willing to take photos of me. One of them will, if this helps sway any potential photographers, one of them will be me in the bath. So, you know.
What's
In-
the
in
project? Or is
something.
it top- is it
My
top-
project is Andy. Andy Haig has actually sent me things to help with this. He's sent me nice, shiny comics in the bag, Becca. What am I going to do with this, Becca?
Oh,
It's out of the bag.
Laura.
Stop it.
Oh, there's no board in that either.
No.
Please
Becca.
don't put it in.
Everyone, shh.
No, don't
Go
you
on,
dare.
do it.
It's like torture, man. It's like the water torture you could get back into a room, and instead of
It's-
dripping water, it'd just be
there's-
tearing a page. Ooh.
There's something. See, I got such a rush out of just doing that. So yeah, in theory
feel a
it's
bit
going to be a series of photos. In theory, of me destroying comics in interesting ways. One of them is going to be, I think, me in a bath and like the bottom half of it just like in the water. I want to set one on fire. Maybe
face
have
when
like
you
a
said
wilderness
that.
theme, and I'm like, I've got little scraps, and I'm like trying to.
And where's this
Make
come
a
from?
fire.
Where has this idea come from?
Because I got really, really sick. You know those pictures of girls like, posing sexily on
Draped
comics?
over comic book.
And everyone thinks they're so funny by going, oh my god, think of the comics. It's like, ha ha ha, everyone's made that joke.
Yeah,
So it's like,
serious
I
about
kinda-
it though. I am not
I know.
joking.
but it's like, I kind of want to start with that. And when people go, oh my god, but the comics, is like, oh, you think that's bad.
Fuck the comics. Look at the naked lady.
Yeah, right? or even fuck the naked lady.
Not on the comic.
Not on the comics. Oh yeah,
Um,
that's an idea.
Wiki page.
Oh lord,
That's another
please don't
photo
take
shoot.
photographs of
I would.
that.
I might take photos of the aftermath.
for the
modern art.
for the private stash.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get a gallery for that.
Oh man.
I love that even after I ripped it, I actually put it back in its bag.
No.
That's
Good girl.
yeah. I sort of lessened the blow there.
Right, we'll have to move on because it's getting to end time soon. So I have one of two options for you. I'll let you choose. I have one thing that's on the shelf up here that I can show you, which has been there for ages, but I just realised that I might want to talk about it. Or I did a Cortana photo shoot a while ago and was having problems with the photoshopping, but I've started doing it again. So I've got a couple of pictures I can show you as well. So choose. You can have
The thing on the shelf.
the thing on the shelf.
And
Yeah.
Cat.
Toffee also votes for the thing.
So what we got? Gearston's shelf or pictures?
Used in shelf.
Yes, the
It's in the
shelf.
Should be a regular
What?
thing.
What's on the shelf?
What's on the shelf? Okay, we'll do the shelf.
Only because it's more mysterious.
It's a gnome. Hooray! Right,
Can you choose?
this is my gnome, and he's called Oh crap, what's he called? I think I wrote his name. This was painted. Right, this was painted by me, in 2010. Basically, I bought this. I was painting models, and my missus is like, "Oh, why don't you do anything with me?" So I was like, "Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll buy something that you can paint with me." So I didn't want to start her off with a little miniature that would take ages to paint. So I went, "I'll buy you a gnome." So I bought her a gnome. And I sat her down beside me, and we sat there and painted. And then I couldn't help but see that she was painting over the lines, and things weren't getting painted properly, and stuff was looking really horrible, and I was getting really wound up to the point where I was like, "Lauren, you're gonna have to give me that now. I need to paint that." I stopped painting everything I was doing, and I painted the gnome for her. So I painted
And then
this.
kept it in your.
Yeah, I got it. It's mine. So it's signed by me. It says 2010. Painted by Matt Geary, 2010. It's got my little signature thing, and yeah, there he is.
What is his name?
It was something really wrong, like Alfred Ronald Stimpson the Third or something like that. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't know. We'll think of a name for him later on, but there he is.
The Geek Pride gnome.
No, yeah, so there he is. I was quite proud of him. He's quite good. No.
Well done.
Yeah, but that just shows you I can't, like, Lauren's like, "Oh, I don't know how you do that," and I was just like, "Oh, Lauren, please don't do that. Don't paint that way. You need to do that." This
You hate working in the school then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
Right,
like,
children, let's paint Goldilocks.
but it's just like I was like thinking about when I started painting models first. My dad would sit me down and he'd show me how to do it and stuff, and I was just like firing paint on and not really bothering, big blue blotches for eyes, and not really bothering.
And then he beat you.
And he just sort of kind of left me to it. But I couldn't do that. I'd just be like, "No, you've got to do a fine line. You've got to do a base color. Then you've got to do washes, and then you've got to do different highlights and different parts, and you've got to build it up, and build it up, and build it up, and it's going to take you 3 hours just to do one model, and then that's."
Yes.
I cannot wait for you to have children. I want to business.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. That was my show and tell. So,
Awesome. Oh.
well, I guess unless anybody's got anything else they would like
I want to
talk
see Gearston's rollerblades.
about. They're not rollerblades, they're roller skates, aren't they, Gearston?
Give me a second.
You said rollerblades. You said roller skates, and then you said
Give me a
rollerblades.
second, I'll get them.
Okay.
You need a rollerblade on to the screen, man. So you gotta stick them on and sort of kind of fly out.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Anyway,
yes,
while we're waiting, for all the listeners out there, Richie has done some awesome intros for us, so we should soon have a new intro to the Geek Pride videos and a little rotating Ralph thing that should kind of go up up here somewhere. Yeah, he'll be about there. He'll be up there.
Right, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Inline skates.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Dude, can you even blade, man?
I've been ice skating.
Yeah.
And it's basically like that, but without the ice or the risk
Ice
of losing
skating is
fingers.
actually easier because of less friction.
Ice skating's a lot easier.
Hate to shit on
I
your
can't
pudding.
ice skate, so.
Shit on my pudding. did you say?
I'm
Yeah.
really bad at
I'm
ice skating.
afraid.
It's alright,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to give it a whirl. I mean,
Are you doing roller derby or?
I might give it a whirl.
Men can't do roller derby,
Here's
Katie.
Yes, they can.
Don't be silly.
Here's
No,
your
Yes,
ton-
they can.
2013.
In Manchester, you can anyway.
Does that say
Oh,
age?
really?
Does that say ages 9 to 12?
No, size 9 to 12. I'm sick of this. Do you know what? After Friday, I was still finding things in my coat and my wallet while I was in the pub.
Geary, have you been living in tampons again?
No, on Friday we were.
Lending tampon.
Sorry, we did have that discussion at the time. We don't lend.
On
You don't want them back.
We had that
Friday
incident
we
as
had
well.
we were up to shenanigans and Gearston walked off, so we sprayed his coat with girls' perfume and then put post-it notes all the way through it, and I put a picture inside of his inside of his wallet saying I can't even remember what it said, but basically a note inside of his wallet, and what else?
I remember what it said.
Or what did it say?
It's all right. We'll leave it. It's not for broadcasting. and you're a massive willy on me work. Right.
Oh yeah, it was a
And just sprayed
masterpiece.
it with perfume.
It was a
Right.
masterpiece. It was a
Did you
big.
feel like
It was a
he's
big.
bullying you?
It was a big rounded bald phallus with veins and everything, and it was just awesome. It was brilliant. It took me a long time to do that.
Well,
It's his masterpiece.
it's all right because there's gonna be one of them days. You'll look up at the rafters near where we're sat, and I'll be stood there with that big elastic band stretched back, and I'll let it go, and it'll let you eating chops.
I don't think you should do that, man, because that was a gift to me. I named it the Punisher and everything.
Yeah, but this is the second time you brutally attacked me the other week before I went on holiday.
I didn't brutally attack you. I hit you with an
attacked me.
elastic band.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happened. Do you know what? Even when me and Smith went into the club,
I believe you were getting some action in the club, Gears.
I weren't getting any action in the club.
I heard.
Transvestite tried to talk to me, and I didn't want to talk to him.
I believe you were getting shouted up, Gears, and I was getting text messages.
But it was no, mate. I weren't. Well, they tried to. I weren't happy. I had a lot of real ales. I couldn't stop trumping. I had to do some filming as well, and to make matters worse, I don't know what it is. I just get targeted sometimes. I think I'm like a magnet for weirdos. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. But it's like basically you started off. You went to a gig on Thursday. Was it the Thursday?
No, it was Tuesday. Oh, it was awesome, that gig.
Yeah, he went to a gig and he was all came in. He's like, yeah. I was like getting shut up. I was getting shut up by all these birds, and they were like all over me, going, "Oh, Gears, you're so hot, oh my god."
No,
And it turns out it was just some drunk woman came up to him and was like, "I think you're." So basically, getting that drunken boob chatting you up in a transvestite, I find rather amusing.
Yeah, well, you would do, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I was chatted up after a gig once. Me and we were playing in Bolton, and
Bolton.
we were playing in Bolton, and I got off stage, and Mr. Smith, who's the singer in my band, was standing outside with this lass talking away to her, and he turns around and then points at me, and I was just like, and this bird, who was, in my personal opinion,
Is it who I think it is?
yeah, no, I don't think it's anybody you know, but basically she's like, "Oh my god, you're the guitarist, you're so great, oh my god, I'm going to introduce you to my mum," and I was just like, "Oh no, where's this going?"
Welcome to fucking Bolton,
Long
mate.
story short, Geary slept with her mum.
Well, I think that's where she was kind of heading. Add you on Facebook, and we'll talk to you. And I was just like, "Oh my god." Thing is, my girlfriend still got not offended, still got jealous. And I was like, "Seriously, Lauren, you're getting jealous?"
Mate, all I can say is welcome to Bolton. Seriously, you never know. You could have ended up on a night at Breakmate. Could have been on that estate in Breakmate.
I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, well, they would have been in trouble. So you've had a fair escape there, mate.
All right, moving on. Yeah. We will go to
Slanderous Lie.
Is that your jingle?
That's what she
Yeah, I was gonna say he's having an intro, but
Yeah, I thought if I said it, I was thinking about the editing process after. If I said it, then I could cut me out and put it on.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Right. You know what? I think we might have to cut this out because it's not spontaneous anymore, is it?
No,
it used to be
because
just.
we know it's coming, we can't be slanderous.
We can't have to think about
slanderous news of the week.
It's a surprise.
it. Yeah. Let's just talk about something else. We'll not even go to
Can
slander.
we not just slander Games Workshop some more?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
we've kind of done the
slander, though.
slander.
That's just
Slander libel.
It's not even libel because it's all true. So it's just basically going, they're dicks. Yeah, they kind of are.
Bitching.
Yeah, and that's not becoming.
And they have
Games
sex with
Workshop.
animals.
Yeah, with puppies.
With puppies, and
Yeah.
and then they They stamp on them afterwards.
Oh.
And use
Scary,
their
that's
That
use
actually
their
hurt
fur
me a
to
little in
make
here.
board games.
Yeah,
with.
and they
Yeah.
used them. Oh, Garrison's gone. He got really offended about the stamp.
It's just that I will put up with a lot of shit, but the puppy stomping is not okay.
He's gone to stop them.
No.
Right now.
Oh, bastards!
The bladed Avenger.
Yeah.
That could be well as a superhero.
The bladed Avenger of Bolton.
Man, I really know to go and see him when he's doing his rollerblades and stuff, just to see him fall
Film
over.
it.
Yeah, I need to film it.
Yeah, film it. Yeah.
Garrison on blades. Oh, this isn't right, lass. Oh. Oh, something wrong here. Oh, Peru. Okay, it is now 9:30. I think we've gone on for about an hour and 15 minutes, so I think we will call that an eve. Good geeks. So I've been Matt Gearing.
I've been Becca Harper.
I've been Harry Dyer.
I've been Katie.
I've been Laura Meyer, and hopefully we'll continue.
I have and always will be Richie Yanukovych.
Good night, everybody. See you later.
Good night.
Bye.